This is your kettlebell lower body workout. Today we're gonna be focusing on our glutes, our hamstrings, and as well as our core. So make sure you have a clear, open, and safe space, and let's warm things up. Tiffany, you ready to get started?
Let's do it. Let's go, team.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and separate those feet nice and wide. I want you to take a big inhale, bring those arms up overhead, reach. And as you exhale, let's squat it down and reach for the ground. Again, inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale and reach. Now I want you to notice that you want to keep your chest nice and tall and imagine that the weight is behind you rather than in front of you. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and pivot and turn all the way over to your right hand side. I want you to drop your hands, drop that back knee and lift it back up. So we're trying to go and open up the hamstring of the front leg. If you're not able to straighten the front leg, that's okay. I want you to focus on your weight being into the heel rather than into the toe. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Let's transition to the opposite side. Same thing. Hand comes down to frame your foot, drop the back knee, and lift it back up. Now I want you to take your time to really listen to your body today. Whatever parts are starting to crack and pop, it's a-okay. We're cracking and popping here too. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Come back through center. I want you to place your hands behind your head. Pull your elbows back. I'm gonna turn to the side while Tiffany faces you. Your feet are underneath your hips as we hinge into our good morning and then rise nice and tall. Now the goal here is to feel the stretch in your hamstring while you have the activation in your glute. So at the top, can we all squeeze? Beautiful. Now this is gonna prepare us for our deadlifts for the day. Last 3, last 2, last 1, come up nice and tall and shake it all out. You can roll the shoulders back, you can bring it forward. This is what we have in store. We got 3 rounds. The first 2 are just gonna be practice. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of transition, and I want you to grab a moderate kettlebell to get started. Tiffany's gonna go and kick it off with some kettlebell squats.
All right, let's do this. So I'm gonna use this first round as my warm-up. So I'm gonna choose my lightest bell. You do you, choose whatever feels good for you. So for our kettlebell squat, you can hold it like this, you can hold it like this, however you are feeling, and let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. So your feet should be a little bit wider than your hips, toes slightly pointed out, dropping those hips straight down, squeezing on the way up. How you feeling, Lee?
I'm feeling really, really good. I wanna make sure that everybody at home is focusing on their lower body. So right now, if your shoulders are by your ears, can you relax them down and imagine that you're squeezing the elbows in to activate your core. We got less than 20 seconds. Whew.
Good, making sure you are driving through those feet. Try not to sit too much in your heels. Keep your weight evenly distributed through those feet so you can really activate and push away from the ground. Okay, about 2 more reps and rest.
Woo! You get 15 seconds to shake it out and just loosen up your grip. So we learned our kettlebell squats. Now let's transition right into that kettlebell deadlift. Remember, it's just like that good morning where we're hinging from our hips and we're coming up nice and tall. I'm gonna go and have that side profile while Tiffany continues to face you guys. Go ahead and place that kettlebell down to the ground. Make sure that you have like a triangle shape. We start from the very, very bottom. Hips are back, shoulders are back. We rise in 3, in 2, let's go. Stand up nice and tall, squeeze, and then hinge. So what I don't wanna see is that at the very, very top that we're leaning back and we're hyperextending. There's no need for that, okay? Have a nice long spine. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Now notice how Tiffany, she's keeping her shoulders coming back. So we don't wanna round ourselves. Imagine that your lower back is like a table. So I have a cup, I have a plate, and it's nice and flat the entire time. Great work, Tiffany. Where you wanna feel this is in your glutes and in your hamstrings, and keep the core engaged the entire time. We got another 15 seconds. Let's stay in it. Make sure that all 4 corners of your feet are nice and flat onto the mat. That means that if your toes are lifted right now, can you press them down into the sole of your foot? Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest.
Woo. Feels good. Those legs are feeling it already.
We're getting there.
And now it's time for lunges. So go ahead and get that kettlebell. You can hold it like this. I'm gonna come from the front. Lee's gonna show you profile. So you have a couple options. You can rack it like Lee, or if you have a lighter bell like me, you can hold it like this. And we're gonna go ahead and head back into those lunges. Keep going, alternating your leg each rep. Good. So with our lunges, I'm gonna give you a couple options. So if you want to focus more on your glutes, I want you to hinge your upper body forward a little bit as you go down. If you want to focus more on your quads, you're going to keep your torso upright. So your choice.
I'm always focusing on quads, guys. So I'm nice and tall the entire time. If you are doing that single-handed grip, rather than your shoulder, keep it in nice and tight, elbows nice and close to your rib cage. We got 10 seconds.
Here we go, finish up those reps. Being aware that we're not on that tightrope. If you notice you're unstable, here we go, 2 more, and rest. Good job, team.
So we've been focusing on 3 of our strength building exercises, such as our squat, our deadlift, and our alternating reverse lunge. So now we're gonna show you more of a sports style movement that we like to call the kettlebell swing. We're gonna have our feet right underneath our hips, again, creating a triangle with our kettlebell and the base of our feet. Nice and long, just like you would with your deadlift, but rather than standing up, let's start to swing in between our legs. Are you ready? In 3, in 2, and hips back, nice and tall. So notice how our chest comes down. So it's like our gaze is following that kettlebell. The elbows are in nice and close into the rib cage, and you always stop at chest level. Again, let's not lean all the way back. I want you to stand up nice and tall and squeeze. Now let's really focus on Tiffany's form right now. So she's going and extending from her lower back. Her shoulders are still coming back, so she's not rounding. And let's focus on that breathing. I'd like to go and see an inhale on your way down and an exhale at the very top. Good. We got less than 15 seconds. I'm gonna join Tiffany right now. Now this is all about practice right here. How you feeling, Tiff?
Feeling good, I love this movement, it's so fun.
Keep your core engaged. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Whew. I love that movement because it's low impact and it's also a cardio-based movement. Have a sip of water because we have 60 seconds to catch our breath, and then we're gonna do all 4 movements one more time for round number 2. How you feeling?
Feeling good. And if you want to bump up your weight for the next one and challenge yourself a little bit, this would be a great time to. If you're feeling good at the weight you're at, stay there.
Today is all about practice, practice, practice. So grab your towel, grab your water, and we're gonna jump right back into it in about 30 seconds. What's something else that you would go and tell everybody at home to go and improve either their squat, their deadlift, or any of these kettlebell movements?
I think it's really important to, and I know we've said this before, but form before weight. So I know sometimes we get super excited and we're like, this doesn't feel heavy enough, I wanna go up in weight. But if your form is gonna suffer, dial it back, focus on your form first.
Quality over quantity, guys,
Yes.
okay? All right, so Tiffany's gonna kick it off with that kettlebell squat all over again. Let's get into round number 2.
All right, I'm gonna switch out my weight because I'm feeling like a little bit more of a challenge
Because
today.
she's a boss, guys. I'm gonna stay with my same weight.
So go ahead and get that weight up, back into our squats in 3, 2, 1, let's do it. All the way down, all the way up. So you're gonna remember all those cues. You're gonna remember all those cues from our first round. So notice my feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. My toes are slightly turned out. Notice how Lee is keeping his chest upright. He's not hinging forward. He's not letting that kettlebell bring his chest down. He's staying totally upright, dropping his hips. All right, we have a couple more. Let's get into it.
What I love about the second round is that my body's now accustomed to the movement. So I'm able to get a little bit deeper. I'm popping a little bit less. So everything is more lubricated in my hip joints. And I hope that it's the same for you at home.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and rest.
Woo! We already know what that second movement is, so enjoy these 15 seconds. We're gonna get right into that kettlebell deadlift. Again, you have the option to go up in weight or to continue to work with the same weight that you started at. So feet are gonna be right underneath your hips. Remember that little triangle that I wanna see between your feet and the kettlebell. We hinge, hands come to the top of your horns in 3, in 2, and let's go. Nice and tall. Take your time and let's focus on the hinge. What I love about working with kettlebells is that it helps both develop our strength, but as well as our mobility, right? Nobody wants to be moving around and not have the maximum range of motion that you know your body can have.
Something to think about too, if your hamstrings are feeling a little tight, you may not be able to reach the floor today. That's okay. Listen to your body, see where you're at today.
And your pace is not dictated by us, it's dictated by your breathing, all right? So let's connect together right now. Exhale at the top, inhale on your way down. Exhale here, inhale here. Now, the reason that I'm asking for the exhale at the top is because that's your exertion point, right? It's a deadlift. We're taking heavy weight from the ground and we're bringing it all the way up towards our core, our center, as we stand up nice and tall. Feel all 4 corners of your feet are nice and flat to the ground. Last 8. We're almost there, shoulders back, elbows in for 4, 3, 2, and rest. Woo.
So now we're getting back into those reverse lunges. Remember what we said in the first part of our workout? We are on train tracks. We're not on a tightrope. So let's avoid that super unstable lunge. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So Lee is gonna show you profile. Notice how he is focusing on his quads. So we said if your torso is upright, that's gonna be targeting your quads more. For me, I'm gonna be hinging forward a little bit because I want to work my glutes today. So make your choice.
Now everyone take a second to look down toward your shoelaces. Can you see the front of your shoe? If your knee is going past your shoelaces, I need you to start to go and push it back so that you're really focusing on the quad, hamstring, and glutes, yes? We don't wanna have too much pressure or weight onto our knees.
You're doing great. Kind of like Lee said, think about your breathing with every movement that we're doing. Where should we be breathing, Lee? Inhale right at the bottom, big exhale at the top. That feels good.
Tiffany picks the hardest movements, guys. Yeah.
All right, we have 3, 2, 1, and rest. I'm sweaty.
If you're not sweating at home, it's okay, we're gonna get you there because guess what that next movement is? Our kettlebell swing, yeah? This is where we get a little bit ballistic. This is where we really focus on the quality of our movement. We're adding some speed, we're adding some power. Are you ready? Yeah, let's get a little aggressive with it this time. Go ahead and get into your position. I'll start from that side profile so that you guys can see the full range of motion. And of course, Tiffany's gonna go and show you from the front profile, okay? Here we go, in 4, in 3, in 2, let's go. We always start from the swing coming from the back. So I never wanna see that you're standing up first and then you're starting the swing. We want you to focus on efficiency of your movement rather than fighting against what's the natural progression of this functional movement right here. Where's your breathing? We inhale as we bring it back, we exhale at the top. Feel that the weight is into your heels. Shoulders are back. So good. Can we get anywhere between another 5 to 8 reps? Long spine. We're there in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest.
Ooh, cardio, cardio.
I know you're sweating at home. I mean, Tiffany, I mean, look at what is this, right? So we had our first 2 rounds and they were 45-second exercises. We had those 15-second transitions so that you had an opportunity to catch your breath and to really prepare for the next movement. This 3rd and final round is your challenge, okay? We're gonna do all 4 exercises one more time and it's gonna be 1 minute long. And guess what? Those transitions are gone. Can we do 4 minutes of nonstop work? And then Tiffany's gonna cool us down. Can we do it at home? Tiffany, can you do it?
We got this. Let's do this.
Have that sip of water. We're about to get started in just a bit, okay? We have our squat, we have our deadlift, our reverse lunges, and then we're gonna finish off with that kettlebell swing. 4 minutes of everything you've got. Let's do this. High 10.
Let's do this.
High 10 for everybody at home. Let's get into it.
So this is our last round, so you can decide, stay at the same weight, focus on your form, and we're adding that extra 15 seconds anyways, or if you wanna challenge yourself, take it up a notch. Let's do it. Getting into that squat for 1 minute. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Ooh. So 60 seconds, yeah. 60 seconds of quality. 60 seconds of you connecting with your breathing. 60 seconds of staying confident. You got this.
So let's make this our prettiest round. I always say, I know we're tired in our last round of movement, but I always like to make my last round the prettiest round. What do you think, Lee?
I'm gonna try to make it pretty, but again, you know who's winning at that right now. We got another 25 seconds, let's go.
We're doing great, team. Stay with it. Make sure you are driving through those feet all the way up. Good, make sure not all your weight is in your heels. Make sure it's evenly distributed so you're not leaning too far back.
In 10 seconds, we've got that deadlift. Are you ready? I want you to take your time. Remember, this is your challenge round. We're gonna bring that kettlebell down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reset yourself, shoulders back. And when you're ready, let's do it. Make sure that you're weighted into all 4 corners of the soles of your feet. And remember, we're not leaning all the way back, so no hyperextension. Think, squeeze your glutes at the top, and then really push your hips back. So I want you to think that on your way down, you're trying to stretch out your hamstrings, and on the way up, you're trying to go and engage your core and your glutes. Tiffany, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. My hamstrings are working. They're working right now.
Notice how Tiffany's keeping everything super engaged. So her elbows are turning in towards her rib cage. Her shoulder blades are going back towards the back of the room rather than curling forward, and maintaining a nice long spine. Can we get anywhere between another 5 to 8 reps? There's less than 15 seconds left. Try to really engage your wrists by squeezing the handle of the kettlebell for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right away, bring that kettlebell into your front rack position, whichever one you choose. Let's go into those lunges.
All right, we're maintaining that train track position. Make sure you are stable, not too shaky when you're going down. If so, widen your stance a little bit. You're doing great. Driving through that front foot to stand up. My legs are feeling spicy. How about you, Lee?
So spicy. I mean, we're in minute 3 of some nonstop work, and guess what? We got less than 90 seconds left, and then we get to cool things down. And I want you to just focus on your breathing. And at any point, if you have to take a pause, take that pause, reset your mind, reset your body, get centered, get focused, and then let's go. We got 20 seconds left.
You got this, team. One thing to think about too, don't let this kettlebell pull you forward. So if you find yourself dropping forward and the bell is getting away from you, pack everything down and back and keep that bell close to your chest.
Whew. 10 seconds, that's it, team, let's go.
We got it, stay strong.
Last and final movement, let's get ballistic, let's get some cardio in. We swing in 4, in 3, in 2, meet me at the bottom, hips back, let's go. This is your challenge. This is where you say, all right, I got 60 seconds. Am I stronger than the clock? And guess what? I know that answer is yes. Come on.
This is the fun part for me. I love it. I feel like swinging, like you said, it's just like fun. It's a good little cardio. It's everything put together.
Your body's prepared for this. Your hips, your knees, all of your joints are properly lubricated. And guess what? It's your mindset that's gonna get you all the way to the finish line. We got 30 seconds. So rather than turning the volume up on something that you can't or doubt, can we turn the volume all the way up on yes, I can? Let's go. Notice my breathing. We inhale on the way down, exhale at the top, 15 seconds.
My glutes, my hammies.
I know. We're in it to win it, squad. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Woo.
We did
the best
it.
part.
You did it.
The best part, we did it. She's gonna cool us down. And I don't know if you haven't cooled down with Tiffany yet, but it's super yummy. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Let's get ready to cool down. Go ahead and lie on your mat. And let's just have a few quiet moments here. Just let everything relax, no tension in the body. Release the hands, wiggle the fingers. Let's do 3 inhales and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and big exhale. Good. From there, I want you to hug in those knees close to your body and go ahead and massage that lower back a little bit. Shift from left to right, hugging those legs in. Should feel nice for that lower back. And come back to center. You're gonna release your left leg to the mat and keep your right leg hugged in. I want you to circle that right ankle 3 times each way. just to get a little movement in. 3 times the other direction. Good. Now you're gonna bring that right knee across the body for a twist, focusing on keeping that right shoulder on the floor. And let's go ahead and hold this. Breathing in and out. With each exhale, try to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Good. Bring that leg back across the body, and we're gonna take it straight into a figure 4. So that right ankle is over that left leg. I want you to pull through for a figure 4 stretch and hold. Think about getting this right knee away from your body to kind of open up that hip a little bit. And if you want a little extra, you can straighten that left leg a little bit so that leg comes a little more towards you. And an even more bonus would be from shifting from left to right. And if that doesn't feel good for you, just go ahead and stay center. Good. And back to center. Let's release that right leg to the floor. Now we're gonna hug in that left leg, and we're gonna do the same routine on this side. So go ahead and rotate that ankle. I'm hearing a little bit of pops in mine. How are you feeling, Lee?
I am feeling so great. The cool down is my favorite part, guys.
It's my favorite part
Yep.
too. Good. Now bring that left knee across the body for a twist. Try to keep that left shoulder down on the mat as you twist. Inhale and exhale, and with every exhale, try to get a little deeper into this stretch. So during my cool down, I like to just think about all the hard work I've done, gratitude for my body for being able to do this awesome movement. So go ahead and untwist that body, and we're gonna go straight into that figure 4. So that left ankle is across the right leg. Go ahead and pull through. Think about bringing this left knee away from the body so you can get a little more stretch here in that hip. And if you want a little extra, straighten that right leg up, and you can even shift from left to right a little bit. I feel a nice stretch when I lean over to the right side and hold. Good, and release. Let's give one more hug for both of those legs, shifting left to right. Massaging that lower back one more time. And from there, let's go ahead and flip over onto our stomach. I'm gonna go ahead and face this way. Good. And walk your hands out in front of you. And we're gonna walk them now towards us so that we can get a stretch through our core. Notice how Lee's shoulders are down from his ears. So he's pushing down through his hands. So he has some space between his ears and his shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Good. From here, let's push back into a downward dog for a final stretch. All the way up and back. If it feels good, you can pedal out those calves, pedal out those feet, get a big stretch. And now let's walk our hands back. And we're just gonna do a little hang here, and you can shift from left to right if you'd like to. And finally, rolling it up slowly, slowly, slowly. Till you get to the top, give me 3 shoulder rolls. And we're done, team.
Thank you all for joining us again today for your lower body kettlebell strength workout. My name is Lee Jimenez.
And I'm Tiffany Ragozzino.
And we look forward to seeing you again soon with Sweat with Self. Take care.